There's a new trend in foods you might have heard about, and it's to eat imperfect fruits and vegetables. Mary from Tamarack is here to sort out the good and the bad. So, Mary, we've been seeing a little bit more of the misshapen or imperfect vegetables, and some of it has to do with our dollar. Can you explain that?
Well, a lot of the food that isn't exactly the perfect size or has a blemish never makes it off the farmer's yard, or it goes to pigs for food, or it actually rots on the trees or in the fields. So the farmers lose, of course, that product. So now people are saying we would be willing to pay for that at a reduced price because it doesn't have to be perfect. So it saves the landfill and it saves the consumer up to 30% and billions of dollars in the Canadian economy.
Let's talk a little bit about the taste. Is there anything that we would notice in the taste of these fruits and vegetables?
You probably notice that they actually taste better because there's so much pressure on the farmers to produce the perfect fruit. So often you'll go to the grocery store and you'll buy like a nectarine. It looks beautiful, but it has absolutely no taste. Same with some of the apples. So these fruits actually taste better quite often.
So this is a trend that started in Europe. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yes, in France there's a grocery chain called Intermarché, and they led an ad campaign called Inglorious Fruits and Vegetables. And what they did was they educated the public on why it's so important not to strive for perfection in food, to eat the good, the bad, and the ugly, and to embrace that. And it was a very effective campaign. They also do it in Australia and in California.
Can you describe some of our examples here?
Sure. What you'll notice here is that you'll see a perfectly sized red pepper and green pepper, and beside it one that's too small. They taste identical, but you could pay 30% less for the small one. You'll notice on the lemons or the tomatoes, you'll see blemishes, some scabbing on the apples. You peel that apple off and that peel off and it's fine. So those are the kinds of things that we'll be getting.
Another thing we could try too is I've noticed a lot of fruits and vegetables that come with roots. For example, this lettuce.
Yes.
Why would we want to buy that?
Well, it's a wonderful thing to do. If you live in an apartment or you're not really an avid gardener, you can actually plant that in your house or put it in a container of water and get several feedings from one head of lettuce. You can also do container gardening, and if you're not into full-fledged gardening, and you'll see how easy it is to produce this misshapen food, but it tastes so good.
So we all know that fruits and vegetables are good for you, and you might want to try a little bit of imperfect fruits and vegetables too. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Ann Gordonier.